What is going on with Timothée Chalamet recently? Levels of charisma and goofball energy that we haven't seen in a Hollywood leading man in a very long time. In fact, there aren't many iconic movie stars left in Hollywood. Is Timothée the last movie star?
No, Bob Dylan! Bob Dylan! Okay!
Recently, Timothée Chalamet has returned to the public eye with a press tour and an Oscar for Your Consideration campaign for his role as Bob Dylan in the music biopic A Complete Unknown. And look, I've said some pretty harsh things about the trend of music biopics in Hollywood on this channel, but from what I've heard, this Bob Dylan biopic is actually quite good. And no, I did not go and watch it because, quite frankly, like, call me a dum-dum or whatever, I don't know anything about Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan to me is just, that's a cultural blind spot that I have. I couldn't tell you anything about him. I couldn't name any of his songs. I do know that he does this. I wrote that joke in the script and then immediately went on Amazon and bought a harmonica just for that joke. That's £5 that I'll never get back. Timmy has done many press tours and media campaigns in the past, but there's something different this time. I feel like ever since the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, Timothée has kind of embraced the silliness of everything in his career.
Bob Dylan!
The internet has given Timothée this energy of lots of viral moments, and Timothée is simply giving that energy back to the people. Considering that this could be Timothée's big chance at winning an Oscar, and if he wins, he will be the youngest person to win Best Actor, we would expect him to go the overly serious, almost pretentious kind of route of actors explaining why they deserve an Oscar. Yeah, so to prepare for the role of Bob Dylan, I really had to get into the headspace. I, was in a deep research of about 60 years. I didn't talk to my family. I would dunk myself in an ice bath every morning, and I didn't talk to my wife. And I mean, there's been a bit of that. Timothée went on a Zane Lowe Apple Music interview and did the usual reflective, very serious interview. But on this press tour, for every one serious interview, there's riding to a premiere on a Lime bike and singing on an SNL with goofy little sunglasses on. Why is he singing on SNL? Who on his team came up with that? Is this really gonna help his chances of winning an Oscar? This? Every time you see Timothée, he's doing the complete unexpected, or you could say, a complete unknown. Timothée even went and did an interview with Nardwuar.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
That's amazing.
Doot doot doot.
I just want to take a moment to talk to you about this chair that I've been sitting in the entire video. This is the BS14 ergonomic office chair from Flexispot, and I love it. I mean, look, it's amazing. Flexispot were kind enough to send me this chair when I really needed it most. I was spending so much time sat at this desk editing. With my last chair, which was like the leather was peeling off, it had the worst back support. This chair, on the other hand, I mean, I can immediately feel a massive difference. Flexispot sent me this chair like really quickly. The box was massive, but honestly, once you get all the pieces out and everything, putting the chair together was very easy. It was easy enough that I could do it. This chair is very customizable to anyone's preferences. It's got an adjustable height. The armrests are height adjustable. It has an adjustable depth so you can decide how far forward you sit. The chair even has an adjustable tilt, which I love. Like I said, I sit here to do basically everything. In my last chair, my posture just really suffered. But now I have this back support. It's kind of made of a mesh material. I have this head support, and I must say, a lovely cushiony material, very comfortable. This chair adapts to your body's natural movements, provides that optimal support that your body deserves, curves to give you a better home office experience. So if I were you, I would head over to Flexispot's website and make an investment in a top quality chair. Right now, Flexispot have a February Valentine's sale, so the time is now, and the link in the description and the pinned comment will lead you to that. Flexispot also have a range of different height adjustable standing desks, as well as all kinds of different chairs. Again, link in the description and in the pinned comment to that Valentine's February sale. And get used to seeing this chair in a lot more videos. Many are calling Timothee's approach at press and media very chaotic and questioning as to why Timothée would choose now of all times to be so wild, seeing as he's kind of hitting the peak of his career in terms of notoriety. And on the other hand, there's been articles popping up saying Timothée is making Oscar campaigning fun again. And honestly, I'm glad somebody is making Oscar campaigning fun again, because this year I don't think many of the nominees are having fun. I'm talking about the cast of Emilia Perez. Rhinoplasty, yes!
Rhinoplasty, yes!
I was curious to find out more about the general consensus and reaction to some of Timothee's recent moments, so I did an Instagram story and asked some of my followers what they thought. One said, bring back weird celebrities doing weird shit because they can. I love it. Another one said, it seems he is becoming or trying to become the Willem Dafoe of the new generation. I can see why you say that, because Willem Dafoe does have this kind of energy lingering that pops up every now and again. You know, he does a photo shoot where he looks really, really cool.
Excuse me, I love your outfit. What do you do for a living?
I'm an actor.
Really? What's your name? Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, Willem.
I don't think Timothée Chalamet is trying to be Willem Dafoe though, because there can only be one Willem Dafoe. One said he's doing too much, or maybe you're just doing a bit too little. Did you think about that? I don't know who his PR team is now, but they may have gone mad. They actually generally might have, yeah. Good for him. Love a silly man. He is a theatre kid. Smash. That's not what I asked. I didn't ask that. Inspired me to use a Lime bike. Fell off, bruised my leg, never again. Well, I hope your leg has healed and that you're back on the old Lime bikes. I hope you're riding off into the sunset. There's one response here that really caught my attention. They say, he's always been this way, people are only just starting to notice. You know, I see where this person is coming from. I think Timothée, throughout his entire career, has always been a bit silly, a bit goofy, even before his career. Do I even need to bring up the little Timmy Tim raps? Statistics, whoa. Statistics, whoa.
Look at me, it's Timmy T, about to hit him with the ZTST.
He is a bit of a crazy theatre kid. That's what kind of makes him stand out in the industry, but I feel like now is the first time where he is truly embracing it. Maybe after he did the Willy Wonka movie, some of that silliness of the Willy Wonka character lingered a bit. I will also point out that this moment in Timothée's career is quite big. He's on the world stage, he's at the peak of his career, and he chooses to present himself on the world stage like this. Maybe this represents a bit of a culture shift. Our culture now celebrates a wacky, nerdy guy who brings a toy to a red carpet or dances to the Blackout Peas, instead of Hollywood men of the past who would be expected to be low-key, stoic, you know, just wearing a simple black suit. This very fresh approach at trying to get Timothée an Oscar is very manufactured to some extent. Spoiler alert, everything in Hollywood is manufactured. A lot of stars now, as a requirement, need to do something a bit extra, a bit special to be memorable. I mean, I'm just saying an obvious fact at this point. I'm not saying anything new. If you see a headline, Ryan Gosling wears black suit to the Met Gala, that's immediately getting overshadowed by Timothée Chalamet rides Lime bike into premiere. It's kind of maybe a disingenuous way of trying to gain viral traction, but I'm making this video, so I guess it's a moment in pop culture. Not to take away from Timothée's natural charm or anything, but yes, all of this is being manufactured so that he can appeal to Gen Z a bit more through, you know, social media buzz. And what makes this all interesting is the way that this kind of marketing hasn't really been done for the Oscars yet. For the past few months, Timothée has been working with a director and photographer known as Aidan Zemiri, who is responsible for all of the visuals of the Brat album. My bunting just fell down. He started working with Timothée, taking photos of him. Now he's like traveling with him. He's like literally sat next to him. It's like Kylie, Timothée, Aiden, and Aiden's worked with like Billie Eilish and Charlie XCX and FK Twigs and all these people. He takes charge of like not only the music videos of an album, but the kind of entire visual identity for an era. And that's what he's doing with Timothée's Oscar campaign. He's treating it like it's an era which is being curated. It's safe to say that Timothée's brand image is being designed in a similar way as to, you know, Brat was designed to maximize social media presence. Aiden is literally the one filming this video of Timothée in Paris, and he's the one who ordered the Lime bike. This is what Gen Z style celebrity image control looks like. Just hiring someone to order you a Lime bike and do a video of you in Paris on their phone. Again, I already said this, but a lot of the energy that we're seeing now around Timothée Chalamet's image kind of started around the time of the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, and a lot has happened since then, and I plan to talk about it all. So for the past like month, I've been taking some notes, and for the sake of watchability, this is going to be a tier list video. Okay, first up, all things considered with the lookalike competition, I'm gonna put this in B tier. It was very funny at the time and seeing all the memes and stuff, and it was cool how Timothée Chalamet showed up at the end. That was very cool of him. But we did get to a point where like the meme got a bit tired and we started doing celebrity lookalike competitions for every celebrity. You know, there's probably like a Wallace Shawn lookalike competition now. There's too many of them. The phenomena of the lookalike competition even has its own Wikipedia page, which for some reason is a lot more serious than you'd expect it to be. Like, they're taking this lookalike competition thing really seriously, like a social commentary. Like, listen to this Wikipedia page. British sociologist and cultural critic Ellis Cashmore commented to CNN that the rise in this type of contest captured something that we believe in the 20th century, that biology isn't destiny. Biology isn't destiny. Honestly, Gen Z leave the house once as a joke for Twitter, and this is how scholars react. They think it's groundbreaking social economic theory. It's the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition. It's not fucking Woodstock, okay? Okay, next up on the tier list, we have Timothée Chalamet's interview with Brittany Broski, which I loved.
2, 3, oh, yep. Boom, boom, step, now hit it, Superman, hit it, Superman, hit it, yeah! A Complete Unknown in theaters December 25th. What's your ideal man?
My ideal man is kind of like Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Look at these limbs.
Hey, we're worried about you.
It honestly was a shock. It was like a surprise interview at the end of one of her podcast episodes about Shark Tale. Like, no one was expecting it. Like, the episode wasn't called Timothée Chalamet interview. It was like out of nowhere. It was like obvious that someone on Timothy's PR team realized how iconic this would be.
Hail Supreme Leader Broski, we are honored by your presence. Please leave us under the Christmas tree lots of presents. Hail Supreme Leader Broski, hail Supreme Leader Broski, hail Supreme Leader Broski, hail.
I'm gonna put this on A tier. It's not S tier because I wish it was like longer. With this Bob Dylan press tour, Timothée debuted a new look. He's got a new haircut, a new style, and a new mustache.
But it's my first time hosting it with a little stash and a little goatee. A little stash, a little goatee. Yeah, get closer, get to you. That's 37 hairs right there. Yeah.
Timothée grew the mustache purposely for a role in a film, Marty Supreme, where he's playing a ping pong player, Marty Reisman. And ever since he filmed it, he's been rocking it ever since. So on the tier list, I'm gonna put Timothée's mustache on B tier. I guess this is Timothée's equivalent of growing up because he's always looked like a Victorian orphan and now he has like a few hairs. He's a man now. I mean, it is on trend now to have a mustache. I think it's like back in fashion. And me, like when I shaved and left it to see what the mustache would look like, I'm like, no, that's going. No, I'm not doing that because I did not look good at all. I want a really bushy mustache, you know. I don't want like a toothbrush, you know, little thing like that. I want boom. That's the kind of mustache I want. I want like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That's what I want. Okay, next on the tier list is just going back to what I said about Marty Supreme. I think the concept of Timothée Chalamet playing ping pong, like just the concept of ping pong in general as a sport, for me that's S tier. that's going straight up to S tier. Ping Pong has a great energy to it in general, and the fact that he's in the film also with Tyler the Creator as a side character, insane. S tier. When it came to the Los Angeles premiere of A Complete Unknown, Timothée walked out in this leather jacket, kind of like Bob Dylan inspired outfit, and then hold on, what's he holding? What's he got down there? It's a Beyblade. Why is he holding that? I'm also going to put this on S tier. I think it's just so funny how like this has nothing to do with anything, and I love the media coverage of it as well.
Did you see Timothée Chalamet's red carpet accessory this week? While attending the premiere for his new Bob Dylan movie, Timothée brought along an unexpected accessory, a Tusk Mammoth Beyblade.
You can see Timothée holding in his hand a Tusk Mammoth, which is a Hasbro exclusive Beyblade in the Stadium set. Now this is actually pretty awesome, but I'm seeing some people having replies like, oh, out of all Beyblades he chose Tusk Mammoth, or oh, Hasbro probably paid him, which I find absolutely freaking ridiculous. Tusk Mammoth may not be the most competitively viable Beyblade, but it still looks nice.
I think this was the moment where everyone was like, okay, what the hell is Timothée Chalamet doing? What's he up to? Why would he choose to do this? And I think, you know, why not? He's the star of the film. I mean, people walk around with Rolexes. Why not, you know, show something that's a bit more characterful? That Beyblade, what if that's just like really precious to him, you know? If it was me, I think I'd go to the red carpet with this Gromit keychain. Also, speaking of Wallace and Gromit, I saw an old photo of Timothée Chalamet wearing a Wallace and Gromit close shave t-shirt. Love that. Real recognises real. Okay, next on the tier list we have this interview that he did with Nardwuar. Nardwuar. I'm gonna play this on the Bluetooth speakers.
Hair.
Shit. No. Okay, next on the tier list we have this interview with Nardwuar. Nardwuar is so amazing, you know, he's so important to the music industry. I mean, Nardwuar is like my Roman Empire. This man has seen some things. He's been through the industry. I mean, just look at him. Yeah, he's seen some things. You can tell that Timothée has been looking forward to talking to Nardwuar because like the energy of the video immediately starts off like really high. Timothée like immediately starts rolling on the floor, and then Nardwuar just does this like screech of excitement. I'm gonna put this on A tier. I think it's on par with the Brittany Broski interview. I love the fresh approach of kind of prioritizing internet shows like Nardwuar and Chicken Shop Date and Brittany Broski. I think it's amazing.
Timothy and Nardwuar, the human serviette. Chalamet! And we got an interview dropping soon. Yeah!
I do wish that I knew a bit more about Bob Dylan because like this whole interview, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What are they talking about? Timothée also did another interview with Theo Von on his podcast, and I like Theo Von. He can be funny. He has like a kind of witty, kind of weird sense of humour. But I feel like recently with his podcast, like he had Donald Trump on, you know, and he will have Jordan Peterson come on and then talk about rats and stuff.
Nice rat.
Thanks, man. That's my nickname is the Rat King.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of... Do you have a
Do
nickname?
you know what a Rat King is?
Huh?
Do you know what a Rat King is? Oh my God, it's a terrible story.
And he went to the Donald Trump inauguration with the Logan Paul brothers. That's like 3 layers of villainy there. What's going on? But it was funny when he fell off his chair.
Oh, it happened.
Having Theo Von's podcast as a pit stop on your press tour makes sense because I guess you're trying to get as many different audiences to watch the Bob Dylan movie as possible, and not just people on Twitter. You're trying to get all sorts of people. But I have no choice but to put this on C tier, okay? Theo Von, I'm disappointed. They also made Timothée go on ESPN and talk about basketball or something with like all these guys. The whole vibe is like, this guy knows a lot about basketball, yeah?
65% completion rate. If he can get going, he'll tilt this in favor of the Bobcats. I'm going underdog Bobcats here.
Yes.
Underdog Bobcats.
I love that.
Sports talk. I'm gonna put it on C tier because it's not for me. It's obviously not for me. Okay, next on the tier list we have a crazy one. Timothée at the London premiere of his film came onto the red carpet on a Lime bike. If you're unfamiliar with the culture of Lime bikes in London, they're bikes that you rent for a period of time and then you can ride them around. And these bikes are everywhere. They're genuinely everywhere. They're all over London, you know, you turn a corner and there's like 30 of them and everyone rides them and then just like leaves them anywhere. One time I left my house and there was literally, no joke, like I literally step outside the front door, turn the corner, there's 3 of them. Just like right there. There's an episode of Doctor Who where everyone wakes up and there's cubes everywhere. That's what it feels like to have Lime bikes everywhere. They're everywhere. This Lime bike entrance onto the red carpet though, I'm gonna give it A tier. The way that Timothée rolls in is great. And the way that he has to stand there for a couple of minutes afterwards to put it into the app is typical. I'm not going to give it S tier because that's how much I hate Lime bikes. I'm willing to put this down a peg. And also when Timothée wrongly parked his Lime bike, he got a £65 fine. And I can't in good conscience endorse criminal behaviour on this channel. For Timmy to roll into the London premiere on a Lime bike, I feel like he really understands London culture. He's about to ride a Lime bike and then get off and go on the Piccadilly line. And he's about to go to Pret a Manger for lunch.
If you could take him out for a date, where would you take him?
If I could take him out for a date, where would I take him? I would take him to a Pret a Manger.
Love Pret a Manger. That is my favourite place to manger. The fact that Timothée Chalamet also loves Pret a Manger, like, this is the best day of my life. S tier. Okay, next on the tier list is probably the craziest moment of this whole new Timothée Chalamet Bob Dylan era. It's the Instagram live that he randomly went on Christmas Eve. They seem to have rented out like a warehouse space and put up this massive LED screen and it's playing old Bob Dylan footage, and this being an Instagram live, it's laggy, it's like really low quality. I don't know why you do it as an Instagram live, it's just really odd. Yeah, and it feels like a creepy video that you're not supposed to watch. This is just such strange marketing for a Hollywood movie, but I mean, I guess I'm here for it. And then all of a sudden, there's this massive switch in the energy. Like, music from the Black Eyed Peas starts playing, there's no more Bob Dylan footage. It's like a dance party all of a sudden. Timothée then lets off a confetti cannon and starts like doing little hops and jumps, dancing around. You know, people come up and hug him and then like leave into the abyss. And then like the screen above has like all these weird messages like good luck with your future. And then Timothée runs up these stairs, lets off like a few other confetti cannons from the top of the stairs. The energy of this whole thing is just completely like otherworldly. Timothée runs over to a sink and then wets his like whole head in the sink and then like flicks his hair up, takes his shirt off and then starts doing like floor moves in the confetti, which honestly I can only compare to Homer Simpson. How do you put something like this into a tier? I think maybe tier B. I think we're going to call it tier B. I enjoy the concept, the playfulness of it all, but I'm just so confused by this. I'm absolutely perplexed. Like, I don't think this is going to sell tickets to a Bob Dylan movie. This is not going to make people think, oh yeah, I need to go see that Bob Dylan movie. It's gonna make people think, what the hell is this guy doing? And I should mention there was like a bit of actual concern for Timothée after this. It's odd behaviour to do this. But of course, when anyone does anything odd on the internet, it's not because they're having fun or they have like a weird character. It's like they're on substances. They're substance abusing, they're having a meltdown, they're having a Britney moment. There was Reddit posts like, this isn't the same hot guy from Dune. There needs to be a documentary on how the Kardashian and Jenner women ruin every man that comes into their life. And there's like photos like this comparing a photo of Timmy as Willy Wonka and then a photo of Timothée with like obvious bad lighting. No one looks good with this kind of side lighting. This does not prove that Timothée is having, you know, a drug-related meltdown. It's just bad lighting. I don't know, honestly, call me biased or anything, but I don't think that Timothée is having like a mental breakdown on this Instagram live. I think these people just haven't heard of theatre kid energy. When someone points the camera at you and is like, Timothée, do a dance. He's gonna do a dance. Also, going back to that comment about how Timothée has been ruined by the Kardashian family, there's been a lot of that energy going on surrounding Timothée because he's been with Kylie Jenner, and I hate that energy. You know, people are acting as if Kylie Jenner like plucked Timothée from a shelf and is like sucking the life force out of his body, like Like, look at this one tweet. There was this tweet of a Timothée Chalamet fan account, the evolution of the actor of his generation, right? Comparing this old red carpet to like his most recent red carpet. The first pic screams glamour, elegance, charisma. The second screams, I'm transforming into that rock star Denis Villeneuve advised me not to become. Too bad. He was the unicorn Greta Gerwig once said. Now he's just another one of the Kardashian clan. What can we expect? He was the unicorn, Greta Gerwig once said. The way that these people infantilize Timothée Chalamet is just like this man isn't actually a Grecian god of unicorns. Like, he's just dating Kylie Jenner. Are we still not over the whole Yoko Ono thing of like, oh my God, he's changed because he got a girlfriend and she ruined him? It's literally just a haircut and a change of stylist. Like, just because he doesn't fit that mold of what you're putting him into doesn't mean it's like a Kardashian Illuminati conspiracy theory. Okay, I'm gonna put the addition of Kylie Jenner into Timothée Chalamet's life in S tier, okay? Because I hope they're happy together. Actually, no, I'm gonna change that because I think that the concept of them dating is strong, but it's not as strong as the concept of ping pong. It's going down to A tier. Okay, let's do the next few rounds on this tier list a bit quicker. There's a clip where Timothée climbed onto a table after some French interview.
Okay.
And I mean, that's very cool, very Parisian, but also health and safety is important. Please be more careful, okay? F tier. I don't appreciate the lack of safety. Timothée at one point mentioned that his favourite cinema snack was Milk Duds.
Milk Duds, I rip Milk Duds. I'm talking 12 at a time. Chew, 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 suck the chocolate out, soak in the caramel.
And I've tried Milk Duds. I was not expecting them to be so chewy. They were so chewy, they were like rock hard. I was like, oh my God. But I still liked them, so I'm gonna put this in A tier. Next on my notes, I just had this photo of Timmy in a marching band on the old tuba. Tuba or tuba? How do you pronounce it? Anyway, it's an S tier. This man was born to be in the marching band. And speaking of musical instruments, Timothée Chalamet in the Bob Dylan biopic had to play the harmonica. And because of this, there's been like a cultural resurgence of the harmonica.
And finally tonight, how Timothée Chalamet has struck a chord with budding musicians. His portrayal of Bob Dylan in the film A Complete Unknown has prompted a surge in sales of harmonicas.
At this beginner's class, they've got a full register this term.
Okay, I'm gonna put the concept of a harmonica on B tier. They are, for me personally, a bit better when they're like a bit lower and a bit more like somber. Like, I feel like I'm in Shawshank Redemption, okay? But this, like, that's too much. The fashion that Timothée has been wearing this whole time has been notable. It's been something. I think a lot of Timothée's charm that he has is that, you know, anything he wears, like, is gonna look good because he's Timothée Chalamet. Like Billie Eilish, like, she can wear anything, and for some reason it looks good. There is no better example than this than the time that Timothée Chalamet recreated one of Bob Dylan's looks on the red carpet. Like, this is just, looking back at this is crazy. Like, I have no words. I just realised as well, he's wearing a wig under the beanie because it's blonde hair peeking out. So the fact he's got a wig on is amazing. I actually remember when I woke up and looked at my phone and saw that Timothée had done this, that was the moment I thought, oh my God, I have to make a video about this. Because this is crazy. This is history in the making. This is how you do celebrity PR. You know, it's taking everything you know about celebrity stylists and stuff and just like breaking it all down. Like, it's not about the look, it's about the cultural significance of it, okay? But why does he still look good? It's just like, that's the most perplexing thing about it. You know, it's the self-awareness, it's the lack of fear of ridicule, okay? Social anxiety fears him. I'm gonna say it. S tier. Timothée has been wearing quite a lot of scarves at the premieres and everything. This pink one that he has on with the hat is very, like, I guess, Y2K. It's very Ashley Tisdale at the Princess Diaries premiere. It's quite cutesy. Like, I'm gonna put this one in A tier. And also the green scarf look that he has, also that in A tier as well. I like a good scarf. Can you tell? Okay, for the Japanese premiere, of a complete unknown. Timothée walked out in this look. What has he got on? Like, what is he doing? It just keeps getting stranger and stranger. And you know what? I'm gonna blame all the people who say like, oh, why do men just wear plain black tie to the Met Gala? Why can't men like express themselves with fashion in like an interesting way? This is why, okay, Sandra, this is why. Stop complaining about men having boring fashion, because this is what men wear when they want to express themselves. You can't have it both ways. I feel like Timothée has really reconnected with little Timmy Tim, okay? This is what little Timmy Tim looks like in 2025. I'm gonna put this in C tier now that I think about it. I mean, I love the audacity of it, but it's a bit too crazy for me. Okay, going back to that pink vest outfit that somebody on Twitter was complaining about. He's no longer the unicorn that Greta Gerwig said he was. My only complaint with this vest outfit is like, I love that men are wearing pink, that's great. I mean, I'm wearing a pink scarf right now, but it's too cold. Why are you wearing a vest to a nighttime premiere in Berlin? And no, I don't think Kylie Jenner forced him to wear it, okay? Jesus. B tier. Okay, last in the tier list of all the fashion stuff. Timmy has been wearing like a lot of polka dot stuff, a lot of clashing patterns, especially in the promotional images for SNL. I don't know. I think they're quite busy and they're quite, I personally wouldn't wear them. I don't know why that's become a metric, because I don't think I'd wear a lot of this stuff. I'd wear the blonde wig and the beanie for sure though. But on this SNL promotional image, I'm gonna give this S tier. C tier, I mean C. I'm putting it on C tier because it's very middling for me. Okay, talking more about Timothée's SNL performance, it was quite interesting because they gave Timmy both the music spot and the guest host spot. It's obviously a testament as to how much they respect Timmy and trust that he can do a good job. I think it is a pretty wild choice to give him the music spot. But these comedy sketches for SNL, I think they're like mostly funny from what I can tell. Like SNL isn't for me. I'm not an SNL person. I respect it, but that doesn't mean I'm laughing at it. I mean, I laughed at the one where he plays a barista. That was pretty funny.
I don't want to eat too much. I don't want to get big. Girl, too late. Big Betty said what?
There's also this other sketch where Timmy plays a gym instructor and he's leading a workout, like a bungee workout. That sketch was good. Mostly for the wig. Love Timothée in a long black wig. I just have this kind of stuff in storage, you know, from old videos. This is just the kind of stuff that I have. If my house ever gets robbed, you know, touch wood, this is the kind of stuff that they'd find. On the other hand, the SNL music performance, yeah, again, I don't know enough about Bob Dylan to really give like a good take on whether this is good or not, like a good cover. But I can say that like Timothée delivers, it's like unique, but it's crazy. He's got these goofy sunglasses on and a fur jacket. It's like really bordering on the line of goofy. He's looking like a rock star and he's singing his heart out. And then you stop and think, this is an actual strategy that someone has been paid to come up with so that Timmy can win an Oscar. With this For Your Consideration campaign for the Academy voters, they should expect the unexpected with Timothée. Did they turn on the TV and just like see all this tomfoolery and pandemonium on SNL and just like think, oh yeah, I'm gonna give him the Oscar. I'm gonna put the music performance also on B tier. This is what they mean when that article said, making Oscar campaigning fun again, you know? It's fun. In this industry, we're so used to actors being nominated and then being kind of hidden away because, you know, they're no longer a fun actor anymore who's like having fun with the way they act. They're suddenly really prestigious and serious. And you're kind of hidden behind this impenetrable wall of PR. Everyone's thinking about your campaign to get an Oscar. Like, you know, I must be taken the most seriously. Timothée, on the other hand, is basically doing a victory lap. He has proven himself in the industry. He's done yet another amazing performance in a film. He's celebrating his success in a way that doesn't like put him on a pedestal. He's involving his audience. He's giving back the energy the audience has given him. I think that the question we need to ask is, you know, once you've proven your artistic merit, proven how talented you indeed are in your industry, does that give you license to just have fun with it? I think yes. I think you should be. If everyone watching Timothée can have fun and like do a Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, why can't Timothée also join in with the fun. I think more actors should be more in on the joke. And to this idea that Timothée has like changed or whatever, like he's not edgy, he's not like a rock star now because he has like 3 mustache hairs and a haircut. Call it twink death or whatever, but honestly, just let people live their lives. Like, if he wants to live his life like Jack Nicholson, who like, after a long and prosperous career, Jack Nicholson just like sits at the side of a basketball game with a big like cheese steak or whatever, and he's like got mustard and ketchup all over him, and he's just like slobbering on courtside. There's a lot of pride to be had when you grow up. And also the other big question, will Timmy win an Oscar? Will all of this pay off? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know enough about the other nominees this year. I mean, I wasn't sitting and watching like serious Oscar-nominated films last year. I was watching like comfort films and like Wicked.
And if you can't find me, look to the western sky.
Yeah, I didn't watch any other films, I just watched Wicked. That's all I watched.
I didn't know that was happening.
I'm just thinking about that one Bob Dylan look, like, that's all I'm thinking about. And I have this on my desk just looking at me. Maybe this whole time Timothée has just, been living through his inner child, Maybe for the past few months, we haven't been watching Timothée Chalamet. We've actually been watching esteemed YouTuber Modded Controller 360.
What's good, YouTube? This is Modded Controller 360 with the Controller of the Week. Here's Red Tiger. Started it today, yesterday, finished it today. It looks nice, it looks sexy.
Yeah, this video is a bit fun. I mean, it's good to do a video that isn't a 2-hour Wallace and Gromit video that takes months to make. Thank you so much for the love on that video, by the way. That was lovely. Really glad that that worked. I thought either this is gonna be a really big hit or it's gonna get like 10 views. And there was genuinely points where I was like, oh, I'm never gonna finish this video. And I hope you like this video too. If you like it a lot, you could subscribe, you could follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna upload a members video as well. And again, thank you for Flexispot. The chair, love the chair. I can sit back like this. Goodbye.